Colleagues, on Monday, you will have seen the Supreme Court came back with a decision that was very important to me. That was very exciting. I have been the beneficiary of one legal settlement to date. I was written a check after I graduated from college. As many of you know, I played Division I football and ran track, and I got a check because my name, image, and likeness had been used on a video game that is no longer made. That video game is no longer made because once they realized they would have to pay athletes for the usage of their name, image, and likeness, the business model didn't make sense for them because they would then have to negotiate. And they didn't want to negotiate because that would say that me as a person, my name, image, and likeness was valuable. You will remember that last session I introduced legislation to extend a similar level of protection to every Michigan resident, something that is critically important, something that still hasn't happened yet. And in the Supreme Court, it was a unanimous decision, and I'm not typically quoting the concurring opinions by Justice Kavanaugh, but he went on to say that in no industry, no business, could a business model be sustained by saying it is critical to their business model by not paying the people who produce. Now, you'll remember last week we celebrated Juneteenth, which was the end of chattel slavery. I am not saying that college athletes are dealing with anything like that. What I am saying is, as a country, as a nation, we are grappling with how do we fund and pay for things that people earn, to treat them in a manner that depicts and recognizes the value that they produce. Our country was built on value-added proposition, and we all know that the people who make college sports valuable are athletes, and that the time they spend getting good at those gifts that, by and large part, God gave them, it's fleeting. It's a very limited amount of time. And some people say, well, they get the benefit of an education. Well, so does the person who plays the trombone or marches in the band or sings in the choir or do any other things. It's just only athletes are precluded from earning based on who they are, from their name, image, and likeness, from getting a job because somebody likes what they do on the field. And in this case, that was one of the things that now can change. So you could now hire one of those athletes and say, it's because you like them as a person, because you value what they do and the contributions and sacrifices they made. You couldn't do that before. So if you went and said, hey, I'm a big Spartans fan and I want to hire so-and-so to be in my office and work because they want to get into politics afterwards, you could not have done that because the NCAA prevented it. And so as we look forward and think about all the things that this body has to do, as we talk about it, it is going to be critically important that we find more ways and more space to empower people to earn based on who they are. And though the case on Monday was about college sports, the same thing is true about high school students, about middle school kids, and all the like. Because no one says to Britney Spears or Justin Bieber, you're just a kid, you can't make any money, you should just sing in the school choir. Nope, they get to be Disney kids, they get to do all of those things and make real life-changing impacts. All of our student athletes should get that same opportunity and to be people, right? And that hasn't happened. But as a body, we get a chance to do that. And it is a growing shift across all the country to empower people to own their name, image, and likeness. And when you wonder what your name, image, and likeness is, that is your face, your name, how you play, how you act, and all of those kind of things that you would think would just be yours. But when you sign up to play college athletics or plan to play college athletics, you have to sign away those things as a high school athlete, as a college athlete. And in no other business do we require that same level of sacrifice and say, it's because we believe in the spirit of the game, or the game will be different if people get paid. This isn't even talking about paying them to play the sport. This is about allowing them to be paid for using their name, using their image, and using the thing that God gave them the right to do. So, Mr. President, I'd ask that my remarks be printed in the Journal and that my colleagues look forward to coming legislation to, again, increase the capacity for young folks to earn from their name, image, and likeness.
Thank you, Senator.